don't trust people, especially those pesky villagers over there. Now, if you yourself own like a huge stash of diamonds, you'd probably want to hide them somewhere safe. That's why today I will teach you how to build a top security vault. And the first step to security will be to just, walk away from this village and, for instance, go to these mountains with the snowy snow on top of them. And we could create like our vault inside of this mountain right here. I think this could be quite awesome. And before we start doing any redstone, I'm going to quickly run through the design, showing you step by step how to kind of build it. So we start with this kind of entryway. We have 3x3 entrance right here, and some quartz pillars going around it, with some chiseled quartz blocks on all the corners, and then like an orange outline around it. Now inside you will see kind of a repeating pattern for the walls, where we have orange concrete at the top and bottom, and then whenever we have a corner we have chiseled quartz blocks, and between those chiseled quartz blocks we've got column quartz blocks. This was all of quartz blocks, but also the ceiling is made of quartz blocks, but I mean, if we can afford to build like a vault, we definitely do have the money for all this quartz. Now the lamps right here are sea lanterns covered by iron trapdoors here and here. Inside of this place got a little entryway, which is 4 blocks long and 4 plus 3 plus 4 blocks wide. And then at the end of it, you've got a 3x3 entrance once again. On this side, we will have a little keycard acceptor, which will let us go through to the actual vault area where we store our items. And now the next fragment of our vault is this kind of large and open area, which is 11 wide, 7 long, and 1 block taller than this area right here. And the ceiling, we've got those lamps like this. And then we've got a 3x3 opening once again, at the end of which we've got 3 shulker boxes for, all the diamonds and other stuff. And I've already allowed myself to clear the area around it, so that we'll have quite a lot of place to work with regarding the redstone. And to start off, I'll tell you the plan for this build. So right here we have like a laser door, which you will actually be able to pass through. However, if the lasers are in fact activated and a player passes through, then iron bars will block off this entire corridor, as well as the pass-through to the shulker boxes with iron bars. Then the lights will also start flickering, and we'll also get like an alarm sound. What could also be added is mobs being dispensed or just let in the room, like for example zombies or skeletons, to kill off whoever entered. Now how do you turn off this alarm system? You will have to go to your keycard dispenser thingy. You will have to put your keycard in there, and once that's done, everything will go back to normal and the door will also disable. So, that was a lot of words to say. Let's start with those 3x3 bars first. We're going to have 1 3x3 bar here, and 1 3x3 bar here. So, how do we do this? You will need to grab a few pistons and obviously iron bars and some concrete powder. The concrete powder may not be as obvious as the iron bars, however it's extremely important, and you will see why in just a second. Now we're going to start off by just putting the iron bars right here in the retracted position. Then over those iron bars we're going to need a few pistons, so go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up there, and put your pistons like this. We'll need 9 pistons in total over those iron bars, and 9 pistons over those iron bars. And now we're going to move below the entire thing. We're going to measure 3 blocks right here, and we're going to go 3 blocks down and put some floor here. Now destroy all those blocks and put some sticky pistons like this and the normal pistons like this. On the top of those normal pistons, you will need some concrete powder like this. I will use white concrete powder since it really fits the theme of this entire vault, or the color scheme. It just fits, right? Now, and we are going to start above the ground first, or above the vault, since this part will be much easier. You will need a few slabs, as well as some redstone and repeaters. We're going to start by running a redstone line above those pistons, then putting a slab here, a repeater set to 2 ticks running into this block right there, which powers this piece of redstone dust, which then runs across the next set of pistons, which will then transmit the signal down to the last set of pistons. And that's everything done for this part. The bottom part will be a slight bit more complex. Go out of those blocks right here below your pistons and put a few repeaters running inside of those blocks. Then you will need a redstone line there, and a repeater set to 1 tick here, a repeater set to 4 ticks here, repeater set to 1 tick here, running into a block. Diagonally across from this block, we're going to have another block with a piece of redstone and 2 blocks on each of the side. And then right here, we're going to have a few sticky pistons, which will all have observers like this. And now I'm going to tell you what's going to happen now. We are now going to break those pistons where nothing breaks. We're going to put a redstone torch here. We're going to do this again, apparently. Right, you know what? Let's just repair this piston layout. There we go. And here comes the concrete. Perfect. So now the next thing we'll need to do is run up from those repeaters. We're going to have a block here with a piece of redstone on the top of it. We're going to have a few repeaters. One repeater set to 4 ticks right here, another repeater set to 4 ticks right here. Running it a monostable circuit where they're clear, which will then output a signal, the length being 2 ticks. We're going to have a line of redstone here. We're going to have another line of redstone there. We're going to have actually 1 block further up here. And then we're going to have a few repeaters here running into those blocks right there. And now we need to repeat the entire same thing on this circuit right here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. We're going to need a few pistons, which we already have prepared. 6 pistons like this, 3 pistons like that, 3 blocks at the very bottom, repeaters running into those blocks, a redstone line here, a repeater here, another repeater here and here, and then a block, a redstone torch, a block, redstone, then some of those pistons. Then we're going to have some observers here, and then some concrete powder. Some concrete powder here. Boom, boom. And then we're going to have a line running across there, powered by this redstone repeater set to 4 ticks, which will then also be split into a second path running in the monostable circuit, which outputs a signal of the length of 2 ticks, delayed by 2 ticks as well. Redstone line right here, repeater set to 1 tick here, blocks here, and then we connect those up quite simply like this. Have I done everything correctly? Oh, don't think so. Give me a second. Oh, why is that? Oh, alright, I see. Those blocks have to be raised up by 1. There we go. And then we're going to have repeaters running into both of those circuits. This part also needs the top part, so we're going to do that very quick. It's really not that complicated. 2 ticks right here. Running down, we've got another redstone line right here, which we will transmit down right now, like this, into the very last redstone line that we're going to have here. And that's that. And the very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the entire laser, the laser circuitry. So instead of those 3 blocks on the floor, you're going to need a few pieces of stained glass. Red is, kind of fitting. Put some pressure plates on above those redstone blocks, iron blocks, there we go. And then below those, we're going to have a few pieces of redstone, a few repeaters. Actually, I'm going to use the green or lime concrete that I prepared for myself, so that no one gets confused here. Bum, 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 boom, boom, boom. I'm going to grab another color of concrete. Yeah, sure, it's going for magenta. Now, going down from those 3 pieces of stained glass, we're going to put our beacons down here. Boom. Punch out this middle block right here, because that's where we're going to have our piston. Now we can put it back, and we can put our beacons right here. They should activate any second now. After a few minutes spent trying to figure out why those guys didn't activate, well, you obviously need sky access, so take some trapdoors, iron trapdoors, and put them here. And then we can go up and destroy those blocks right here to allow the beacons to pass through. Now it won't look super extraordinarily good, but there's a trick into making this look like there's blocks above those trapdoors. There's a trick to do that, so I'm going to show you that in a second, but first we're going to finish our beacon system. We've placed this piston right here, and now it's time to do some more stuff with it. I chose this color because why not? And we're going to need a repeater here, block here, and then we're going to go up with our redstone until we reach the same level as this here. Boom, 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 boom. So the next step will be to go up right here, put a second piston here with a block right there. We are now going to need, oh, I deleted all my items. That was particularly very smart, Now, but the next part is to put a normal piston here, another piston here, extend this line to there, put a block here and an observer observing this line right here. This line will tell us whether or not our lasers are active, or, well, not active. So there we go, they're not active and they're active again. Boom, as simple as that. Now if they're active and someone walks on top of those pressure plates, this redstone block will be moved over to there. So we could use a different color for that. Let's go for cyan or light blue. So we're going to basically, hello, game rule, do mob spawning, false, kill at E, type ain't player, and we're going to do this 3 times. There we go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see whether or not. Give me some glass here. Thank you. Whether or not we are in the alarm mode, or or not. And then we're going to activate those doors if we are not in the alarm, so we're going to open them, and if we are in the alarm mode, we're going to shut the doors. So this will be done in a very interesting way. We are going to need a block here with a piston here. We're going to run down here, Can actually just run them like this. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to run in there like this. And we're going to also have 2 repeaters set to vertex like this. And then we're going to have a redstone torch there. Boom. We're going to do a pretty similar thing on this side, except we're going to have our piston coming from the side and not from the back. So we're going to have a redstone line running in here into a theoretically extended block if, if it airs that. Everything should be opened. Boom, 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 boom. And actually we could just... No, never mind. I was doing everything correctly. It's just that we need repeaters there. Okay, there we go. So this here is the opening part of this entire thing. Now, we're also going to need a closing part. So, for this, put a redstone torch here, get a sticky piston, put it here. Thunder! No, but honestly, how many times will I have to type in weather clear? Don't know. Don't think I wanna know. Anyway, grab some slime blocks, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also get a redstone block, then leave 1 block out and put another sticky piston here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Redstone block here, take some obsidian, put it there. We will then be able to, take a blue line and run it in there. Blum, 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 blum. You will want a monostable circuit right here, so we're going to do this real quick. Boom, 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 boom. And we're also going to run it in there. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, 2 ticks only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or we can just go for 14. Boom, 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 boom. And this is the closing part of everything. This piston right here, cinematic mode off. This, how is this a piston? No, this repeater right here has to be set to 1 tick. There we go. So we will now be able to finally open this door again. Maybe. There we go. And we can now finally test everything again. If we walk through, we will see that both sets of iron bars will in fact close on us. Now then, if we go in here and deactivate all the lasers, everything will open up and the lasers will also go down. So we're gonna activate the system again, and we're going to do the next step, which would be the keycard thingy. For this, you will need a dropper, as well as a hopper, as well as a comparator, which doesn't rhyme anymore, but let's pretend it does. And we're also going to take another color of concrete, for example, yellow. So, punch out this block right here, put your dropper here, and your hopper here. Oh, come on! Well, I'm going to get an anvil and a few pieces of paper, and I'm going to create my keycards. We're gonna call them bank keycard, or no, vault keycard, vault access keycard. Beautiful. And what you will now need to do is create an actual item sorter in a way. So this secret here, it's like really fun. It utilizes what we do for item sorting, but it's kind of like a very tiny form factor of it. I don't know, just follow the instructions. You will just need to create something like this, then put some keycards here, and then put the rest of the keycards there. It will sieve through all the keycards now until we only have 18 left in this slot, which is exactly what we want. Now it turns out that we will need some space here. So we're going to do this real quick. Boom. Now what we need to do is Yes, that's a very interesting question. What do we need to do? We need to go down here and create a tiny pulse extender like this, which will activate a bigger pulse extender here. For a block, we're gonna need obsidian here. This block right here could be raised up like that, and then we're going to have 3 compators running like this, and 3 compators running like that. Redstone here, this thing here, something here, then another thing here, and redstone. Boom. So now we've got our keycard system in place, actually. So I'm going to drop down real quick right here. We've got some keycards out of there. We'll only need one of them. We're going to take a button and a sign. And this is going to say keycard input. And the button's gonna go here. If you put your keycard in here, press the button, you will get your keycard back, but the lasers will turn off for some amount of time. Next thing we'll need to do is, well, what happens if you're stuck on this side, because the lasers are, zapping. You're going to need to press this button right here. So open door. You know what? Disable lasers. Sounds cooler. This button right here will open the door, but only when the secure mode isn't in place. So obsidian, boom, 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 boom. Put some obsidian right here, and then have the obsidian run into this. Now have the redstone run into this repeater there, blocking this repeater. And if it happens, if it just so happens that it's not locked, that means that we can run it in here like this. And that means we can run the signal in there. I mean, I guess we need to put the obsidian on the redstone dot 1 block further up, but if you now do this, we'll be able to pass through. However, once the lasers go up again, which is now, and we walk through and we activate the security mode, and we try to press this button right here, nothing will happen. Now let me disable the security mode once again using my keycard. Boom, boom, boom. Keycard gets put back in my inventory. Come on. And well, the next thing we need to do is make a fun little jingle. So for that, we're going to need some more space here. We are going to need, actually, no, alright, that's alright. We're going to need 4 note blocks, 2 of them on dirt, 2 of them on stone. Press 3 on this one, 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one, and 3 more on this one, 1, 2, 3. Good. The next thing you will need to do is run some redstone like this. We'll need to block this off using some concrete. Some concrete. I don't know what concrete, it's just some concrete. Actually, it will be light blue within it. Yeah, sure. Sure, let's go for light blue. Now, if this is activated, what's gonna happen is nothing. Nothing at all. Boom. And it worked in the testing world, There we go. I am stupid, ain't I? It sounds way worse than it did in the testing world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And I didn't even let it run through the entire chain. So plop, plop, plop. And we're gonna do something like this here, and we're gonna have a comparator here. Yes. And it's gonna do like this thing where it turns back into it, and we've got like something here, and we can then activate it. This sounds good. On the other side, we're also going to have something fun happening. We're going to have the lights flickering, which is done in a very similar way. Boom. Actually, light blue sounds like a good option. A very acceptable one indeed. So we're going to have a comparator here, and then a repeater set to 4 ticks this time. So, boom. Is this the same sound I've got going on my testing world? Let me check. Alright, I finally figured out what tune I wanted to use there. Let's just break all of this. Click on those guys twice, and then on those 2 guys 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's exactly what I wanted. And the lights are also flickering if I didn't have my night vision on, so effect, clear, hold a sec. You can clearly see that the lights are in fact flickering. So, effect, give, opposite, night, vision, many seconds, 2 by 5. This now has to be hooked up to this redstone block right there, which, you know, can be done quite simply by running up from this redstone dust in there. So, believe it or not, but this is actually everything I had planned for today. But before we can really call it finished, I'm going to quickly show you the trick I told you about earlier. But first of all, we'll need to cover everything up so that we don't get any sunlight inside, and so that we also block the view of the wonderful redstone, because frankly it really doesn't look that good from the inside. But as said, we'll need to find all possible holes and, you know, just cover them up. So there's one here, as well as here, and also there's something up. No, that's actually alright. And then we're going to run the walls all the way up to the ceiling level. And here comes the trick. Take some tinted glass, in this case white, and go to the very bottom. And what you will now need to do is put glass and interchangeably. So glass every second block. Glass, 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 and at the very top also and glass. So now if we walk here, effect, clear, OP. Okay, cool. Cool. Wait, what? Really? Sure. So now if we look up, we will not see the skybox at all, and that's because glass kind of stacks when you have gaps in between. So if you like really wanted it to be like, you know, just white, just solid white, you would probably need like 20 layers of glass. But that being done, I want to walk you through the entire vault now. So if you come in and put a keycard in here and then retrieve it, we'll be able to walk right through this door and to our wonderful items. We'll also be able to walk right out, but if we were to get stuck in here, we just simply need to click on Disable Lasers, and we'll be able to walk right out again. But if you know where to come in with no keycard at all, input it in here. And this is the 50th time I'm doing this, come on! Alright, if you were to cross the lasers with no keycard, you would get closed up in here, the lights will start to flicker and the alarm tone will go off. And the only way for you to get out of here is for someone with a keycard come along and disable the lasers, letting you out of there. Maybe with killing you in the process, because I mean, they'd be pretty mad you tried to steal their items. And now here comes the very fun part. And here you could have so many more contraptions. You could have like more chests on the wall, which would kind of get hidden away when the alarm mode gets activated, or you could have mobs being dispensed, or just let inside the room with pistons when the alarm mode is on. Or you could have potions drop down from the ceiling, harming the player inside. Or you could even flood the entire room with water or lava, which, you know, there's all those amazing ideas as for what could be done here. I'll leave that up entirely to your creative minds out there. But this being said, thank you for watching everyone, and please do make sure you click the like button if you really like this video, as it really helps my channel get out there and helps other people see this very video. But once again, thank you for watching everyone, this was everything for the day, and see you later.